Well, good morning. We're still, although we don't yet have WLIO here, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we'll cue them to who they should interview after we're done, if that's when they show up. So thank you all for being here. We want to begin this morning with an announcement from the Hunger and Homelessness Committee. And Steve, you want to come up? And I don't know if and the others from the Children's Services who are a part of this event. And why don't you fill us in on the details,
right,
Steve, and then I'll have a proclamation to offer as well.
All right. Well, this is really not certainly anything I can take credit for. Children's Services has implemented wanting to be able to do this as a committee, and so they have come to us and solicited our participation in it, along with the Lima Rescue Mission, Samaritan House, Family Promise, as well as Without Walls, to be participatory in a week that is recognized throughout the nation as Homelessness and Hunger Week, which is from the week preceding the 23rd. It will culminate in that on the 23rd there will be a walk. It will start from Children's Services at 8:30 in the morning with registration, and it will begin at 9 o'clock, walking over to the soup kitchen from Children's Services, then up to the Rescue Mission, then over and down through downtown Lima, over towards Family Promise, and then back to the CSB. Samaritan House will be over at CSB with a kiosk to be able to talk to people about what they do. But at each place that they go, there will be someone to talk to them about that location, what its role and purpose is that it serves for the people in the community. And the idea will be that there will be non-perishable food items gathered at Children's Services, along with undergarments. There's a Cub Scout pack that's going to be gathering up socks to be donated that day so that they can be disseminated between all the participating agencies. And a nominal fee is being asked for those who participate in the walk, if able, of $1, so that that money can be split up amongst those agencies as well. And there'll be some refreshments back at the Children's Service Board afterwards that have been graciously donated.
Any comments from someone with Children's Services about any data that you have to offer about the size of the problem in our community?
I don't actually have the data.
Come up, please.
I can throw some in too.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I can tell you that we're seeing an increase in numbers over at the kitchen. Just alone, this last month we had 3,909 people who came through over 23 days looking for a meal. Just this morning I saw 2 new faces that are new to the area and spent some time talking to them. They're trying to get figured out as to where they need to go and stay, finding jobs immediately so that they can be able to work. Many people come to the area knowing that there are day labor type jobs that they can be able to work and earn $80 and walk away and maybe be able to get someplace to stay that night with that. A lot of them have felony records, so we're trying to give them indications as to where they can go and obtain that kind of day labor work, even with a felony. So we have lists of those kinds of resources. But the more telling thing is we're still seeing young family groupings coming in, as much as the individuals who live in the downtown area, who are being directed to us to be able to come and get a meal. So our 3,909 is the highest I've seen since the fall or winter of 2010 in 1 month. And we had an extra day in the month, but it's still very, very telling. So.
Anything to add? Okay. Well, I do want to offer the following proclamation. Whereas the Hunger and Homelessness Committee has been working for a number of years coordinating services for the homeless in Allen County, and educating the public on homelessness issues in our community. And whereas the National Coalition for the Homeless and National Student Campaign Against Hunger and Homelessness have sponsored National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week for the past several years. And where National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week is designed to educate the public about the many people who are hungry and homeless, including the shortage of affordable housing in Allen County, and to encourage support for homeless assistance service providers, as well as community service opportunities for students and school service organizations. And whereas there are many organizations committed to sheltering and providing meals and food supplies to the homeless, including Lima Samaritan House, Family Promise of Allen County, the Lima Rescue Mission, Crossroads Crisis Center, Our Daily Bread, Christian Corner Community Center, and the Allen Metropolitan Housing Authority. And whereas in Allen County during 2012, there were an estimated 60 individuals a month who were homeless and were staying at the Lima Samaritan House, Lima Rescue Mission, Crossroads Crisis Center, or Family Promise. This number does not include many persons in Allen County who do not stay at a shelter but are homeless and living in the homes of other people. Whereas the City of Lima recognizes that hunger and homelessness continues to be a serious problem for many individuals and families in Lima and Allen County. Now, therefore, I, David J. Berger, Mayor of the City of Lima, do hereby proclaim the week of November 17th through the 23rd, 2013 as National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week in our community, and encourage all citizens to recognize that many people do not have housing and need charitable support from citizens and private and public nonprofit service entities. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the City of Lima this day of October or November 2013. Thank you all for your work and good luck on your project this year. Good to have you here. Steve? Thank you. We also have Ric Stolly here from the Parks Department with guests from the Lima Sertoma Club to highlight the club's commitment to a variety of projects with the City of Lima's Parks project. So,
Thank you,
Bill and
Mayor.
Erin, come up, please.
Bill and Erin, Bennett, we think about all the great things that we're able to do in this city and the things that we're able to pull together. It isn't without friends in the community that step up and lead by example. A lot of times it's with a financial contribution. Sometimes it's with an in-kind contribution. When people give their time, talent, and sometimes their treasure to make a difference in the community, we like to recognize that. And certainly, we would be remiss if we didn't take the opportunity today to do that with the Sertoma Club of Lima and all the things that they're doing and have done for us. And we start back in, I think we're just talking back in the mid-'70s, some of the initial commitments. We're not sure if that's the initial commitment, but Bill was actually the president at the time of Sertoma and Lima when some of those things were done in Froat Park at the bottom of Cole Street, which are the shelter house and the planter and the entranceway at North Shore and Cole Street. So one of the things that the club is committed to do was about a year or so ago, the shelter house at the bottom of Cole Street next to the lake, Sertoma Shelter House we call it, was in dire need of being re-roofed. And they came in and we looked at it and we found that underneath the structure, the substructure needed a healthy dose of TLC. And when we got into that, the club could have said, well, we can't do that, but they stepped up and went in and made sure that it was not only fixed, but it was fixed correctly. So that the group came together. We met out there a number of times to make sure that the opportunities were going to be taken care of and in a first-class way that needed to be done. Also had work done around the shelter fireplace. You know, if you've ever been sledding over there, got the dual fireplaces, which are a great place for people to gather. during the cold, snowy season that we have here in Lima from time to time. So again, stepped up to make sure all that came together. The second phase that we looked at this year was the redesign and development of the entranceway off of North Shore Drive. And once again, the club stepped up to make sure that, there was financing available and a plan put together. We've just completed that, a new entranceway, and redid some of the signage there, and it really looks nice. It's a lot safer for the people pulling in and out. Sight lines are improved coming on the North Shore Drive. It was all part of the overall scope of the plan, not only to make it look nicer, but to make it a lot safer. And finally, there's going to be some work done this coming spring on the planter. As you come into Cole Street off of North Shore, each year we put in, a number of flats of flowers that grow there. And one of the opportunities we're going to be able to do now with what goes on there is through an irrigation system that we're going to be able to put in on time. We're going to have a lot more opportunities, a lot more species, different varieties that we can put out there, because there's going to be water there. We're not going to go down there and send people down to spend an hour and a half watering, especially in July and in August when it's so hot. Sometimes it's 3 times a week, 4 times a week we have to do that. So through the club's again generous contributions, we're going to be able to make that again a very nice entranceway to Froke Park. So Bill and Erin, I'd just like to again thank you for all that the club has done for the Parks and Recreation program throughout the years, not just these projects, but you go back and you think of all the youth athletic and recreational activities that the club has sponsored and been a part of. So we really want to take this opportunity to recognize their efforts, and they've got a couple things coming up that they want to talk about as well. So again, thank you both very, very, very much.
Thank you, Rick. And Mayor Berger, congratulations on behalf of the Lima Sertoma Club to you, too. Thanks for this opportunity. I have with me Erin Hardesty. Erin's the chairman of our board and also our pancake chairman. And I guess that's important from this standpoint, because this weekend will be the Pancake Day. It was the original Pancake Day, and this is the 57th year that we've had that. And I think it's important to realize that from those funds, we're able to do the many things. And this park project is one of those things. And I think if we look at history, it goes way back, well before my time, that the Sertoma Club was responsible for building that shelter house. In addition, we have our Fireman of the Year program. We have an affiliation with both the Lima and Lima Memorial and St. Rita's Hospital. One of our big projects is speech and hearing, promoting speech and hearing in this area. We also have a scholarship program. Rick was talking about the youth activities that we have supported. There are many of those. We're involved with the fair. We're involved, just with a host of things. We have a SHARP program to provide hearing aids for people who would normally get those because they sort of fall through the cracks. But like I say, we have many of those things that go on. The money we raise, we put back into the community. We think that it's important to that, and it's certainly our privilege and honor to have that ability to give back to the community, because we appreciate their support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Erin, comments?
Yes, just a few words. We have changed this year and we've gone local, so our sausage is going to be from Keystone Meats, and they are doing a special blend for us. So I don't know if you came last year, the sausage was a little disappointing because we were told 2 weeks ahead of time that Bob Evans could no longer do it for us. So we looked around and thought we probably should go local, so we're doing Keystone. We're also doing electronic advertising, so we're moving up into the 21st century, and people can put their phone numbers, websites, so you'll see that displayed all throughout Pancake Day. We ordered actually 1,800 pounds of sausage, so we're expecting a big crowd. We serve about 5,000 people that day, and we have a lot of fun. So if you want to come, see us, or go there and buy a ticket at the door. Thanks for your support.
Thank you. Terrific. Thank you, guys. Thanks to the Sertoma Club for many years of supporting all the things going on in our community. This morning also we have Kouns Born here with an announcement about an event with the Humane Society.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Last month, I was up here talking about Strut Your Mud. It was a very dog-focused kind of conversation. Well, today I'm talking to you about Wine and Whiskers, which is our second annual event at the Met, and it's more of a feline-focused kind of evening. It should be a lot of fun this year. Again, the Met is hosting the event at their location, and we also have the wonderful sponsorship of Hawks Carpet Cleaning and Restoration, and we appreciate the support of both of them. We've added this year not only the live auction, which always features local Lima businesses such as David's Finery, Pears Avenue, Nitza's Just Duckies, but we also have a catwalk. We are going to have a little fashion show that Nitza's is doing with us, and the models will be volunteers from the community that have an interest in supporting the Humane Society or are part of the Humane Society in some fashion. So we have a catwalk. We have the whole theme of the Wine and Whiskers with our elegant black cat mascot for the evening. You'll get greeted at the door with a glass of bubbly. The Met chefs are working to put together a bunch of yummy things to eat that will be passed around. Small plates is their style. Their food is always good. Bart Mills will be doing the auction, so that will always be a hoot. The tickets are $60 per person in advance or $80 at the door. I do have some available if anyone's interested. And the event will be Thursday, November the 14th. The doors open at 6:30. We expect the fashion show to start about 7:30 or so you have mingling time ahead of time, and the evening will conclude with the auction. So we're looking forward to having a lot of fun. It's an elegant evening in support of the Humane Society. It's a way to kick off the holiday party season with a nice dress-up party. We don't have too many of those, so we hope to see everyone out at the Met on the 14th. Thank you.
I thought that the title of the event was acknowledging Jason or Mike Carpenter or Steve or myself. I mean, the Wine and Whiskers theme seemed to...
We can make that work.
I'm not modeling anything. Also, Teri Averisch is here from the YMCA with a colleague for an announcement.
Thank you for having us. Good morning. I have a couple different programs that we have coming up at the Y to talk about. One is on November 17th, we have a 10K starting from the YMCA. This is part of the CUPE race series, and it's going to start at 2 p.m. It's for runners of all ages, and it's very low cost. It's just $10 for members, $13 if they want a shirt, and it's non-members, it's 15. So, but we will start and end at the Y. And we did have a phone call from a gentleman in California that said he was going to be flying to Ohio to run this 10K. His goal by next summer is to run a 10K in every state, and he wanted to run the 10K in Lima for Ohio. So thought that'll be exciting. And then we also have no school days coming up on the Wednesday and Friday surrounding Thanksgiving for those parents who maybe are working on those days or want to go shopping on Friday. We have activities going on for boys and girls in kindergarten through 4th grade. They'll be swimming, they'll be doing gym activities, crafts, a lot of different times. They need to bring a packed lunch and a swimsuit and gym clothes. And it's $15 for members and $20 for non-members to come for the day, or we do have a discount if they want to come for both days. And we also have our basketball program starting. Registration is this month. The practices start in December. And the girls in 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd and 4th grade, and 5th and 6th grade have a division, and also the boys from 1st through 8th grade have a 2-grade division. And again, that registration is through November 29th, and practice begins December 9th. And with YMCA sports, everybody plays. They might sit the bench for a quarter or so, but everybody gets to play. Nobody sits the bench the whole game. And then I have a new staff member I'd like to introduce. Her name is Caitlin Mefford. She is our new Teen and Youth Development Director. She comes to us as a graduate from Ohio University. She got her bachelor's in science and journalism with an addition focus on marketing and management. She's a 2009 graduate, a Lima senior, so we're happy to have her back in the community. She's going to be in charge of teen leadership, First Robotics, First Lego League, First Junior Lego League, Teen Leaders and Achievers, Power Reading, Youth and Government, Summer Day Camp, Travel and Adventure, the World Service Trip to Yellowstone National Park, and our Christian Values Conference at the YMCA Blue Ridge Assembly in Black Mountain, North Carolina. So she's got a little bit of everything, and she's got an announcement as well.
Hi, as Teri said, how are you doing? As Teri said, I have a little bit of everything going on, but what I am most excited about right now is our First Robotics program. It's we have the Junior Lego League, which is part of First, and then the middle school one. But our high school one, officially will kick off on January 4th, but any interested students could come from 6 to 7 at the Annex on Mondays. And last year we had 10 different participants from 4 different schools. My goal is to get as many as we can. I would really like to get 20 to 25 this year and continue increasing. But we just got 6 new mentors from Procter & Gamble, and we have 2 from American Trim. So it's about a 1-to-1 ratio right now for any student interested. They can really learn a lot about engineering. And as I said before, they can meet with us in the Annex from 6 to 7 on Mondays. And then the big kickoff will be January 4th. And registration for that is $50 for members, $75 for non-members. And they can call the YMCA or me for more information about that.
Very good. Welcome. I'm sure you'll enjoy your new responsibilities at the Y. So, welcome back home. And Saul Allen, Director of our Streets Department, here with a seasonal update.
Seasonal update. Yeah, the Pancake Day is on my calendar at home. It's on my phone calendar. It's also on my calendar at work, so yeah, I will be there. Leaf pickup. I guess I'll move on. Leaf pickup. We are still going to be starting our leaf pickup this coming Monday. Once again, we're going to be starting off in the 1st, 4th, and 5th wards. And I also want to put out the 6th ward as well. So definitely the 1st, 4th, and 5th, and we'll probably start moving over into the 6th ward as well. So I want to put all those out there. Just a reminder, this is leaf pickup only. This is not brush or limb pickup. Our equipment is designed to pick up leaves only. Any piles that may have brush or limbs put in them, we will bypass. If you do have brush or limbs, you can take them out there on your own to the compost site out on Hanthorne Road. If you don't want to wait for us, like myself, who was in the 7th ward, if you don't want to wait till your ward is called, please feel free to pick up bags. Leaf bags are available by office 900 South Central and also at the water billing station, the old train station over at 424 North Central. Those bags are available, and we have had quite a few people coming in getting those bags already. All you have to do is show some identification that proves you are a city resident. Usually a water bill will work, but we will start that process this coming Monday. And as always, I like to say that, as far as leaves, please rake them out to the curb, not in the street, and did I say not in the street? So our equipment is also designed to, we'll take it from there and go from there. But the biggest thing is we do not want them in the street. They do get into the storm catch basins and clog those. And most of the time when we go out to clean a catch basin that's been clogged, it's 9% of the time it's just the top of the catch basin that's clogged, and it's usually 2 things. It's either leaves or it's grass. So that's why, we want to avoid trying to put those leaves in the street. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The objective is to get around, hopefully, the entire circuit of the city by Thanksgiving time, the weather cooperating, and then we try to get around it well a second time as we get into December. But that is entirely dependent upon snowfall and that sort of thing. The last item, on behalf of the Lima Sister Cities Association, I want to punch up the availability of applications for the youth delegation that will be going to Horimacho, Japan this coming June. Those applications are available at all Allen County Lima City high schools through youth counselors at each of those schools. The selection, those are due November the 15th, so there's about 10 or 11 days. Until that time, we want to encourage students in the 9th, 10th, and 11th grades to consider joining the delegation, and there will be interviews of the students that apply later in November. This is a terrific opportunity for young people in our community to travel to Japan, experience an entirely different but really wonderful culture, and it's all done with chaperones and folks that know their way around with international travel, and so we do need some months with the students to get them trained and get their passports and all that sort of thing. So we encourage the media to get the word out about the availability of those applications. And I believe that's all that we have for today, so we'll break down for interviews. Thank you all.